Hello everyone, my name is Kim, welcome back to the channel, and sorry that the WrestleMania BackLash review is coming out today. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but I had to work this morning, and I was really tired by the time I finished doing everything I was doing yesterday. Hung out with Sam for a bit, played some video games with her, had a really good time, and honestly just got to kind of enjoy myself last night, rather than kind of focus on YouTube stuff for a bit. I know the channel's still a little rocky getting back to where I'm supposed to be, to getting the dailies done, but I promise that next week it will be back to that point. I'm going to spend a lot of time today, since I have pretty much like a day to just kind of sit, relax, and kind of do nothing. Just be myself and relax and stuff like that, and get to record and do some school stuff and cleaning at my house and all that. You know, things that I need to get done. So I'm going to record a bunch today. I'm actually going to start with Days Gone. Then I'm going to record some Hitman stuff and some Cyberpunk and some Dying Light 2 and some WWE, get that stuff going. Jesse and I might be recording tonight or tomorrow for WWE and or this weekend. Unfortunately, I do work Sunday. I was supposed to have that day off, but things change and now I don't have it off, so now I have to work Sunday. So that's fun. But let's get into this. So match number 1 for WrestleMania BackLash 2022 is Seth freaking Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, men's singles match. Prediction was Rhodes for both. Rollins versus Rhodes match, good start. Cody's in control. Rollins is obviously a lot more prepared. No fucking shit commentary, because he's not surprised with it this time. Cody's still in control for the majority of the match until he gets thrown over the top rope after a reversal off the disaster kick. Now keep that in mind, because it's not the only time this happened. It's very weird. There was like an entire sequence that got repeated, and we'll bring it up later. At least as far as we know, it got repeated. We may have accidentally rewound, but as far as I could tell, it got completely repeated because things changed at the end of it. Commentary trying to say he hasn't wrestled in 6 years. Okay, look. No. He has no ring rust because he's been wrestling for the last 6 years. Now, granted, 7 or so months ago, you know, in the last couple months, he obviously stopped for a bit. His contract ran out with AEW, and he stopped wrestling a few months ago, before, like a couple months before it was announced that he was possibly coming back to WWE. But like still, like even then, that's only like half a year-ish of no wrestling. He was fine. He had no ring rust to speak of, really. Rollins goes for the stomps, countered into a crossroads setup. Gets avoided. Fake pedigree by Seth, then by Cody. Rolling elbows, Falcon Arrow for a 2 count. Buckle bomb, heads up and hits the splash for a 2 count. Rollins taking it to Cody, destroying him in the ring. Disaster kick after a long stalling reverse suplex, taking Seth down onto his face for a 2 count. Cody again going for the disaster kick and being pushed over the rope again. Now, granted, this is where the sequence kind of repeated a little bit. He hits the Cody Cutter for a 2 count. He's still in control. Goes for the pedigree. Oh, later, sorry. Cody avoids it. Enziguri super kick for a 2 count. Crossroads countered. Rollins goes for another pedigree, which is reversed into a pedigree set up by Rhodes. Avoided into the same rolling elbow / Falcon Arrow combo for a 2 count. Superplex, Cody avoids the Falcon Arrow. Crossroads, 2 count as Seth gets the rope barely. Now, that is where the sequence kind of repeated. We don't know for sure if it repeated or if Jesse and I just accidentally rewound the pay-per-view. However, with the way Peacock works, if you're rewinding, you have to press X to stop the rewinding. So as far as I can tell, it did not in fact rewind. Granted, we didn't really check. We didn't really try to double check and make sure, because we were kind of lazy. Rollins avoids a moonsault, hits pedigree for a 2 count. They actually hit it this time, unlike Mania. Seth doing the dusty punches, gets caught into a crossroads. Second stopped with a knee, goes for it again. Avoided. Vertebreaker avoided by Rollins. Roll up with the tights by Rollins, which is reversed into a roll up by the tights for Rhodes, who wins the match with that. 10 out of 10, 1-0 on predictions. I love that they use like the roll up finish like that. Dusty would be proud. Rollins is livid, and I cannot wait for the next chapter of this feud. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm assuming it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match, because Hell in a Cell is the next pay-per-view. The rumor is also that Cody is going to be winning the Money in the Bank, which, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. Come here, Freddy. Cat litter and stuff all over my bed. Match number 2, we have Omos versus Bobby Lashley, men's singles match. Prediction was Omos for both. Lashley's distracted by MVP. Big boot as he turns around. Lashley starting to take control back from Omos, gets attacked by Omos as he's attacking MVP. MVP smashes him in the face with a cane. Omos wins 7 out of 10, 2-0 on predictions. Nothing to really write home about. Decent match. Very predictable. We kind of all saw that MVP was going to in some way get involved and probably cost Lashley the match. Also, didn't mention this in the Nerd Hall, but I have 2 new shirts. I got a new shirt. I got a Moon Knight inspired shirt, Moon Knight Mr. Knight shirt, which is really cool, that I really love. I also got a Edward Scissorhands shirt, but that one is currently in the dirty clothes. So we'll mention that in the next Nerd Hall video, when hopefully there will be even more to add into it. I think I'm looking for about June for the next episode of that, where I'll mention the new things I've gotten, because I should have most of my another figure by then. And then August, September, we'll have some more figures too to add into that. And I'll probably have some more movies by the time June rolls around. Maybe some new merch too. Who knows? Oh, damn it. I was not trying to open Discord. Oh, fracture bill. Okay. Next, we have the men's singles match. Edge versus AJ Styles. Prediction was Edge for both. Styles going fast and furious from the start of the match. Slams Edge face first into the announce table. Moonsault to the outside, hitting Edge. Goes for the phenomenal forearm, but gets caught with a kick. Edge in control, attacked in the shoulder. AJ's firing back, starting to take control. Calf crusher's locked in. Edge slams his head onto the mat. Locks it back in. Edge gets the rope. Edge accidentally rips the turnbuckle off that he started taking off earlier in the match, but didn't fully take off. AJ slams him into it after he reverses Edge trying to throw him into it. Gets a spear for a 2 count. Styles clash for a 2 count. Styles goes up top. Priest is at the edge of the ramp, kind of just staring him down. Balor comes out and attacks Priest. Rhea Ripley yanks Styles down. Educator. Styles passes out. Edge wins. 15 out of 10. 3-0 on predictions. Amazing match, and I cannot wait to see the feud continue with this. Edge and AJ Styles, honestly, I gotta say, it's probably been one of the best feuds of the year. For me personally, at least, I've really enjoyed the way that Edge and Styles have both flipped. In a way, you know, Edge was still kind of a face around, like, before the Mania build-up started, and AJ was kind of a tweener. I wouldn't say he was a face after the Omos stuff. I'd say he's kind of a tweener because Omos wasn't fully heel at that point. I mean, like, he was heel because he turned on him, but, like, he wasn't, like, it didn't make AJ become a face. AJ was still kind of a heel. And then as this story progressed, where Edge then turned heel attacking AJ, like, full dickhead heel, it really gave us that ability to kind of have AJ become a face again, which is really cool because face AJ is really nice. Like, I love face AJ Styles. It just doesn't happen very often. And then seeing Edge form Judgment Day with Priest and now Rhea Ripley is also really cool because it leans into this feud more and can give us more for this feud. I'm assuming the way it's going to be set up is going to be Styles, Balor, and Liv Morgan versus Judgment Day at Hell in a Cell. Most likely, I'd love it if it was a mixed tag Hell in a Cell personally, but most likely it'll be a 3-on-3 mixed tag match, and or it will be kind of 2 separate matches where they have a men's tag match and a women's match, or 3 matches where all of them are going against each other. However, I feel like the best way to go with the feud forward is probably having a mixed tag match rather than having Edge and Styles face singles again. That can be saved for SummerSlam to let the feud fully end. And Priest Balor can happen later, and Morgan Ripley has kind of already ended from what I know of Raw, but it'd still be really cool to see. It makes most sense for her to be involved in this story. Match number 4, we have the Smackdown Women's Championship I Quit match, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Predictions, Flair for both. Pretty good match from the start between the two. Like, we've seen Ronda and Charlotte a few times now, and it's always been kind of meh. Like, it was never that good. But this match, I do like this match. This match actually really stood out compared to their match at Mania and the last time they faced technically at Mania a couple years ago in the triple threat, where they really didn't do a whole lot against each other. Ronda has a kendo stick, Charlotte has 2. Ronda takes them, holds them like a ninja, kind of doing the, like, she has one above her head and then one way down here. It was really weird looking because you don't normally do it with kendo sticks. Like, it's just not normally done with kendo sticks. Flair throws a camera at Ronda. Cole fucks up on commentary. Flair with a submission on the railing in the crowd. Ronda blocks a chair shot. Flair boots the chair out of Ronda's hands. Armbar as Charlotte is locked in an armbar. Armbar as Charlotte is locked in a tree of woe out on the outside of the ring. Charlotte refuses to quit. McAfee mentioning The Fiend as there's a fan in the front row with his mask on. Well, nice knowing you, Pat. I'm going to miss you on commentary, buddy. Natural selection onto a chair. Charlotte gets the figure 8 locked in. Attacking Charlotte with the chair. Big boot to Ronda. Charlotte talks shit. Armbar to Charlotte through a chair. Ronda wins. 6 out of 10. 3-1 on predictions. It was a great match, but Ronda won, which is honestly disappointing. It's kind of the big reason I didn't give it a higher rating is that Ronda won. I don't want to see Ronda as champion. I would have rather seen anybody else as champion in the situation. It's a feud I really didn't want. Like, I think Ronda and Becky would have told the better story. The only reason they gave Ronda and Charlotte this is that it's Ronda and Charlotte. They're bigger names. Even though I think at this point, Becky Lynch in the world of wrestling is a bigger name than Ronda Rousey. Like, Ronda Rousey's still a big name, but in wrestling, no one really enjoys her that much. She's just kind of there. Like, she lost her first match at a WrestleMania and then just fucking went away for 3 years? 2 years? 2-3 years, something like that. She had a kid, and she just kind of sat there, and it was kind of boring. And I liked that Charlotte mentioned Happy Mother's Day, bitch. That was a really good line, in my opinion, because I thought it was really cool. Like, yeah, she is a mom now, and I think it's kind of cool that Charlotte mentioned that and literally, like, smacked it and, like, threw it back in her face that she's a mom. Most likely, this is just so Charlotte can go away, go have her wedding with Andrade, and go on her honeymoon. I like the idea that that's, you know, like, that's cool, whatever, you know, the fact that she lost it for that reason. But why not just have her lose it at Mania in that situation? Like, have her lose it at Mania. I think, here's my thought. I think they wanted to have Charlotte lose it at Mania. And then the plan was that a returning Bayley would face Ronda at BackLash. You know, have Charlotte have her rematch, the next SmackDown, lose, go away to have her wedding and her honeymoon, and then Bayley returns before BackLash, and that's who challenges Ronda for the championship. Because this didn't have a whole lot of championship matches on this. We had one whole championship match out of every championship that we have in WWE's main roster. We have 2 world titles, technically 1 right now because Roman's kind of unifying them, wearing them both, whatever. 2 tag titles, which are both in the main event feud at the end of the night. An Intercontinental Championship that was nowhere to be seen. A United States Championship that was nowhere to be seen. We saw the 2 former United States champions on this card, but not the actual United States champion. The women's tag titles, which were not anywhere to be seen, and the Raw Women's Championship, which was also not anywhere to be seen. Now, granted, I understand that one. It's because Asuka and Becky are feuding, and because Bianca and Shayna did kind of have that match like a week or 2 ago. But it's still kind of weird to see a show called WrestleMania BackLash have 1 title match on it. BackLash was like always the, oh hey, rematch clauses, this is where they happen. You know, this is the big show after the big show where every match has some sort of rematch. The feuds are still hot and you can enjoy them. But we got none of that. So, I was a little disappointed. I'm hoping, but like I said, I think that's kind of the reason they had this match happen again, with Charlotte losing rather than have her lose at Mania. They talked with Bayley. She said, look, I'm not going to be ready in time, and she wouldn't be able to return. So they're like, okay, we'll just do Charlotte and Ronda twice. And this match was a lot better than the first one, but only because of the weapons and the fact that they got to kind of be a little bit more violent against each other. But other than that, honestly, this match wasn't anything to write home about. My laptop is kind of frozen right now. I don't know what's going on. There we go. It's not letting me use my document. Does not want to respond to me right now. Give me a sec, guys. Alright, there we go. Match number 5, Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. Prediction was Corbin for both. Throwaway singles match for the show. Corbin's in control, so there's that. Moss takes control with lots of quick offense, ends up winning 2 out of 10, 3-2 on predictions. Honestly, we didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to this match. We kind of just talked about random shit throughout this match, and then, oh, hey, Madcap Moss won. Honestly, I think it's a feud that's not really needed, and hopefully that's kind of the only match for it. It probably won't be, but I'd be very happy if that was. And finally, we go on to the main event, the men's 6-man tag team match, the Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. Prediction was the Bloodline for both myself and Jesse. Randy starting the match against Jimmy Uso. Greco-Roman thumb to the eye. Riddle comes in. Drew comes in, destroying Jimmy. Roman tags in against the Judgment of the Weissman. He then decides to immediately tag back out. Tagging in the right-hand man, who does some damage. And then Jimmy comes back in, starts destroying Riddle. Roman comes back in, attacking Riddle, taunting Randy and Drew, and attacking Riddle in front of them. Cocky pin on Riddle, literally just kind of staring up at them for a 2 count. Hip attack avoided with a kick to the jaw by Riddle. Back and forth strikes as McIntyre and Reigns meet in the middle of the ring. Hoss fight. Neckbreaker to Roman, another one of Jimmy's. He runs in. Kip up. Jay is taken down with a nice punch. Superman punch to Drew. I think that was the one off the steps. No, it wasn't. Claymore to Roman. RKO to Jimmy. Throws Jay out of the ring. RKO to Roman. I literally looked away for half a second, and next thing I know, RKOs are just being fucking thrown on every single person out of nowhere. Like, seriously out of nowhere. Not realize I had an episode of this ready to go last week. Oops. I did not realize I had Days Gone ready to go for around a couple weeks ago. Whoops. Super kick to Roman, RKO to Jimmy, Jay saves it, Claymore gets caught with a super kick, double Uso super kick to Drew to take him out of the ring. Riddle is up, Riddle and Jay come in, takes down Rowan outside as he takes it fast to Jay. Takes down Jimmy with a knee strike as well. Jay's avoiding everything he can. Broton, Fisherman suplex, floating bro for a 2 count. Riddle setting up for the RKO. Reverse into a roll up for a 2 count. Neckbreaker to Riddle for a 2 count. Orton is murdering Jimmy outside the ring. Superman punch off the stairs to Orton. Drew throws Reigns into the stairs. Glasgow kiss to Jimmy. Uranagi to McIntyre through the announce table by Roman. Riddle dives down from way up onto Jimmy and Roman. Amazing suicide dive by Jay taking down Riddle. Lots of back and forth kicks. Super RKO from up top, but Reigns had tagged in. Spear to Riddle. Bloodline win. 20 out of 10. 4-2 on predictions. Great match. Lots of close calls between both teams. Awesome to see the Bloodline win, even if it was the predictable finish for the match. They had a lot of awesome spots in there, and the ending was really cool. Riddle not noticing that Roman had hit the blind tag right before the Super RKO, meaning, it happens, man. However, unfortunately, Roman Reigns is going to be taking a leave of absence for some amount of weeks. I think the rumor is 10 weeks he's going to be off, which pretty much means he's missing Hell in a Cell and most likely Money in the Bank, which is kind of disappointing. But he is advertised for a lot of the big stadium shows in the summer, as well as obviously SummerSlam in August. I guess we'll see. Like, he's not currently on the Hell in a Cell poster, so he's probably not going to be at Hell in a Cell. I could maybe see him having a title match at Money in the Bank, but who really knows? I hope that we really do get to see Roman a little bit more here. I understand why he wants a break, and I'm fine with him taking a break, but I do hope that he drops at least one of those titles soon, so that way, like, my thought process is he's going to get cashed in on by whoever wins, and they're going to take one of the titles back to Raw, and that's going to be how they take away that unification thing. Because they haven't actually legitimately unified the titles. They're just both held on Roman's shoulders. So hopefully we'll see where this goes. Pay-per-view as a whole, I'll give 3 stars. A lot of good matches in there. Bloodline, RK Bro, and McIntyre. The match between Edge and Styles, Rhodes, Rollins, both are all very good. However, Corbin, Moss, and Charlotte, Ronda kind of brought it down. I think they could have both been better. Hell, I think Corbin, Moss didn't need to happen on a pay-per-view. It could have happened on a random throwaway Smackdown for all I care. Charlotte, Ronda was okay. It was better than the first few times they faced. I think they faced at Evolution. Oh no, it was Nikki Bella and Ronda. Never mind. But yeah, they faced a few times, and I don't really think I've really enjoyed most of the matches where they faced one-on-one. So yeah. But match of the night goes to the 6-man tag match. Worst of the night goes to Madcap and Corbin. I almost forgot about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought about WrestleMania Backlash 2022 in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.